Local man pardoned by Governor Ralph Northam is determined to add value to Central Virginia. He completely turned his life around when he was released while he was behind bars. And since he's been released from prison and re-entered society, he's had an extremely difficult time finding a job. And in tonight's RRVA, a local nonprofit says his struggle is common among re-entering citizens.
I have no income, and I'm not asking to just be given anything. I'm looking for an opportunity to work at something that I could do.
Harvey Williams says he's been looking for ways to give back to society since he was pardoned by Governor Ralph Northam and released from prison in 2020.
I was like a fish out of water after 23 years of being incarcerated.
Before re-entering the community, Harvey says his life was transformed thanks to volunteers from the Kairos Prison Ministry. They volunteered time at his facility.
I was a skeptic at first, but when I went into the room with the men from Kairos, the energy that filled the room was literally overcoming. It overcame me, and I seen it overcome other men. So the gospel of Jesus Christ is powerful. In prison, out here.
His goal has been to find a well-paying job and be a productive citizen, but the employment search has been a roller coaster ride. Harvey has been very close to securing work.
And I made it all the way to the security check, where they had me change my email address and everything. And the man told me he's gonna give me the job, just waiting for my security clearance to come back. And they went back 25 years to when I first caught my bank robbery charge. And that's why I didn't get that job.
Letdowns are tough, but he's not quitting. Harvey says he's hopeful because there are some organizations that have not given up on him.
My stay here in this hotel is being paid for by a nonprofit, OAR. It's the reason why I'm able to live here. Otherwise, I'll be on the street. So the Lord is just making provision.
It's my hope that not just for Harvey, but for anyone that's come home, that we as a community give them chances. We say, okay, well, they're out. We want them to do better. Well, give them the opportunity to do better. If we keep shutting doors, if we keep saying, do it yourself, good luck. But if there's somebody there cheering them on, walking them through, saying, hey, I know this person, they might give you a shot, that's going to help.
Sarah Dimmick is the executive director at Opportunity Alliance and Reentry of Richmond, also known as OAR. The nonprofit is located in Scott's Addition and works to provide resources for people who are incarcerated or who have been recently released. Sarah says Harvey's struggle isn't an isolated situation. Many of the people she works with have the same difficulties.
We can look around and see now hiring signs everywhere. But do those places hire folks that have come home from incarceration? It depends, right? If they do they pay well? Do they pay living wages? Minimum wage jobs we know are not going to help folks thrive. And so they're often working 3 or 4 jobs just to live. And when they've come home from incarceration and they get told no over and over and over again, then it's often this, well, what do I do now? It'd be easier just to go back. The goal is to break that cycle of recidivism.
Harvey plans to use his testimony to save others from making costly mistakes.
I want to give back because I know what it's like to be on the street, nowhere to live, sleeping at the bus stops.
He created a program with others while he was behind bars.
This program right here is for the people who have been in trouble, but also those that are at risk of getting in trouble. My reformed life is something I want them to see, that, you know, because you started out that way doesn't mean you have to stay that way. So I would like to offer to them a better way.
Harvey's keeping the faith that people in the community will recognize the change in him and give him the opportunity he's been praying for.
Well, I promised the Lord if he gave me a platform to speak for him, that I would. So I pray that this moment does touch somebody's heart somewhere.
And OAR is always looking for donations, especially hygiene products. And they're also hoping to connect with landlords and employers. So if you think you would like to volunteer or help them in some way, just give them a call. They're located in Scott's Addition.